Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today what we're going to be focusing on is painting the Miata. So by the time I'm all done with it, I'm going to be painting it myself. And I've got my paint booth that's just right over there. So we're going to start by pulling off the hood and pulling the headlights out, pulling the front bumper off, back bumper off, hard top on. We're going to take that off, and then we're going to take the doors off. And so we're going to try and really do a professional paint job. And so I bought a bunch of paint guns and stuff like that. And so we're gonna get started. Okay guys, so we are at the end of day one. And so far we've got the Miata pretty stripped. The bumper's gone, the headlights are gone. The front bumper was a pain in the butt to get. And then we got all the casing and everything from the headlights. The hard top is gone. And then we also have the trunk that's gone, the fuel cap that's gone, and the rear bumper that's gone. So tomorrow I'll work on getting this back piece off. And so we've got everything laid out on the table right there. So we've got to use the paint booth / detail booth to try and get everything done. So as you can tell, I look like a mess, but on to day two. Okay guys, so we just finished up with day two of the Miata project. So we got the bumpers and the window out of that one, and we've got it all cleaned, as well as we got a table of car parts over here. And then we got the Miata in there tearing off weather sills. And so if you guys are kind of wondering on how to do this, on your door right here, there's a weather sill that goes along here. There's one pin that sits right here, and then there's also one pin that sits right here inside the door. And then these little clips, just you push them in and then they just pop right out. So take them super slow or else you'll break them. I still don't know how this stupid thing comes off, so I'm gonna still do some research and find out that. But the Miata's, it's a long project, but it's still coming along. I have to show you guys all the other parts that we've kind of torn off. So we've got all of these just Miata parts, as well as over there. So we've taken a ton of stuff off the Miata, and these wonderful humans over here have been helping me with it. So guys, we're ending on day two. We've got basically everything off the car except the rear bumper and that rear weather stripping and the mirrors. So that's what I'm gonna be working on tomorrow, as well as hopefully starting on some of the sanding process as well. So okay guys, so we skipped 3 and 4 day. So now we're on day 5. So we've got this all prepped and sanded, and now we've got to sand down those spots. And then I've got this all sanded, and then we've also got the bumper completely finished over there. So it just needs some cleaning. And yeah, as they got to use your Red Bull to stay fueled, and we're gonna finish up this. And so hopefully by the end of the day, we have everything sanded and ready for primer. So now I'm just waiting for my gun. Okay guys, so now we're on day 8. And so I have skipped a few days because there's been a lot going on, a lot of sanding and so on and so forth. So on day 8, we've got the engine bay all covered. We've got this all covered. And so we went and lined that trim so that we can kind of start sanding on that without getting all over in the interior. And I've also got the trunk completely sealed, gas cap completely sealed, tail lights completely sealed. And so we're gonna scuff this stuff up real good, and then we're gonna put a gigantic plastic cover just over top of this once we finish getting some of the sticky residue stuff off of here. So that's kind of what we're gonna be working on tomorrow. So super excited. The project is coming out great and amazing. We already got that sanded, and then this is my beautiful little wife that's been helping me out. As you can see, the bumper over there, it's all sanded and ready to go. So I did have to sell my air compressor because it was too small for the paint gun, but this beautiful little lady got it for me for Christmas. So, or actually for my birthday. Her and my mom surprised me with it. It only made 4.5 CFM, and so I did an HVLP paint gun, and so I needed 28 constant pounds of pressure to be able to run through that, and that just wasn't gonna cut it. So yeah, stay tuned. Once this gets going a lot closer, I'll show you guys that new air compressor that I went with, as well as all the paint guns I bought. So we're at about a week and a half of working on the car. So as you can see, it's getting sanded down pretty well. We're on the 400 on that side. And then on this side, I worked on just sanding it down to a 220 grit. And so once tomorrow comes, we're gonna start sanding this side down to 320 and then to a 440. And one thing I would recommend when you guys are doing this is using a guide coat. So the one that I've been using is the Merca, which is this stuff, and it works phenomenal. What you do is after you do the first sand for like the 120, then you rub that around and it kind of fills those in. So you can see the spots that you're missing when you're sanding, so you can make sure that you get a nice even brush. Okay guys, so we're on one of the last steps before priming. So we just went and we took a water cleaner to clean all this off and spray it off, and just missed horribly. And then we took a chemical-based cleaner all around it, and you guys want to make sure that you guys get this as clean as possible before priming or painting, because it will pill up. So went through and sanded everything, and as you still, our floor is a bit wet, and we took the rims off because we don't want paint or anything on those. So we're gonna also cover the exhaust tip, and yeah, so we're gonna finish up cleaning, let it dry, and then we're gonna start priming. All right, guys, so I hope you liked part 1, and so we are just getting ready to finish up part 2, and I'll have that uploaded very soon. So if you like the content, go ahead and like and subscribe, and stay tuned.